Hi, I'm glad you decided to be with me today. I'm Betty, and I'm thriving over 60. And if you're over 60, or maybe you're not quite there yet and you're just wondering what it's going to be like when you get there, I want to tell you that this is not the time to be just waiting for life to happen to you. It's not just downhill from here on, this is the end part of my life. No, this is the beginning of what could be the very best part of your life. You've been waiting all your life to get here, right? And I'd like to share with you 7 ways that you can put more life into your years over 60. So let's go. Now, the first thing would be to redefine your purpose. Now, your purpose in life, your reason for being here, it may have changed a little bit. For example, if you have been in a career previously, or running a business, or running a household, raising children, whatever, those things very well may have changed a lot. You might be an empty nester, you might even be alone. So with all of those changes, it might be time for you to redefine your purpose in life. Why are you here? Now, if somebody were to ask you, what is your purpose in life? Would you have an answer for them? But would you even have an answer just for yourself if you've been wondering about that? And maybe it's not a redefinition like you're changing who you are and where you're going. It's basically gathering together right now who you are and what your life should be about at this point of your life. You've been through so much. See how you can make that be a purpose for you, for the people around you. Redefine your purpose. Figure out why you're here. Now, the next thing would be to prioritize your health and your wellness. And what this comes down to is the big 4. I'm not going to go into any real detail about this. I'm just going to go through it quickly because I'm going to do another video that's just going to be about that. But the big 4, as I call it, is that first of all, you need to move. You need to move your body. You need to be active. You can call it exercise if you want. But basically, don't just stay still. You need to move, you need to breathe, use your muscles, and get your heart pumping. That is the way you can stay healthy. Move your body. The other thing you can do in the big 4 is to watch your nutrition. Without going into detail, just try to eat foods that are as close to their natural state as possible. Skip the chemicals. Also, you need to watch your stress level because your stress will directly affect your health. When you're under stress, that lowers your immune system functioning, and it also adds to your inflammation. And those are things that are going to cause sickness or pain in your body, and you don't need that. And the last thing would be sleep. There are certain things that can only happen while you're sleeping. God designed your body to repair itself in so many ways that can only happen while you are asleep. And not only that, but your brain needs that sleep because just think of it this way. You know how a closet looks when everything is shuffled around and disorganized? Well, that's basically how your brain is at the end of a day. And so your brain during the night is taking everything and putting it back into place where it needs to be. You need that. And when you wake up in the morning, you know how you feel clearer and more creative. It's because your brain has done that work. So make sure you get 8 hours of sleep a night. You really do need it. The third thing on my list is that you need to cultivate some meaningful relationships. Now, I know a lot of people, when they get into their 60s, they start feeling like they really don't want to be around people very much. They think, oh, I don't need people after all. I'm okay by myself, and people have hurt me, and so I'm just going to be by myself. Now, I want to say that this can have some real effect on your mental health and your cognitive health too. And I'm going to leave a link down below in the description of this video for a really good video that a friend of mine made that explains how this happens. So if you've been feeling like that, if you have relationships in your life that have been toxic to you, first of all, clean house, get rid of those relationships. You have the right to shut down a relationship that has been toxic for you. You don't have to keep that person in your life. Make room for the good relationships that can happen. Spend quality time with people, with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones. See if you can be part of a close-knit community of people that you trust, people that you share interests with, and not to say people exactly like you, because that's the fun part, when there's variety in the people that you're around. So that just makes your life more interesting. If you don't already have these relationships, you can find friends. You can meet people different ways in social groups, if there's activities in your community. And if you're part of a church, it's a great idea to see if there are small home groups, and you can find that relationship with other people that have similar interests and even grow spiritually from that. Now, the fourth tip that I want to give you is to embrace learning and curiosity. You have so much room now to be able to learn some new things. Set some goals to learn things like maybe a new language or a new skill. Maybe you could even write a book. Keep a journal. Think about taking some classes to learn some new things. You might want to learn how to do photography or art, paint some pictures, do some pottery. Learn some coding. They might be skills that you do just for fun, or even skills that you can use to help other people with things. And there's so much information that can enrich your life just by reading books. And you can listen to books, get audio books, or listen to podcasts, go to lectures. So many opportunities that we have that we can put information into us that'll help us to grow and have a more rich life. And even just finding the right videos on YouTube can make such a big difference in your life. These activities will help you to keep your mind sharp and keep your curiosity active, and even help you to grow and develop spiritually. The fifth tip that I want to give you is to get curious and explore the world around you. It's such a big world, and when I say the world around you, that might be your city. Just go across town if there's something that you've been wondering about, something you've been wanting to see, maybe across your state, across the country, or even on the other side of the world. Explore, get out of your normal everyday surroundings and see what's around you. It's a big world. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be the world traveler. It might just mean that you get out and see some of those places that your friends have been talking about. If you don't know where to go, ask your friends. I'm sure that you've got a lot of friends who can give you some tips on interesting things to see or to do. Take people with you if you want to, and make the experience even richer. And another thing that you can do if you're part of a church is that many churches have short-term missions trips where you can get out of your surroundings and out of your comfort zone, see another culture, visit another place and another people, and add that dimension into your life too. Get outside, walk in nature, breathe fresh air. And if you've picked up some skills with photography, take some pictures and journal that, start a YouTube channel, whatever. But get out and explore, and that's going to put more life into your years. Now, the sixth tip that I want to give you is to reinvent your style. Now, we've already talked about your purpose, but what about your style? And I'm not just talking about the clothes you wear, although that could have something to do with it, because sometimes we get so used to dressing in a certain way for different reasons, for our work or our situation. Maybe try something different. Try a different style, something you've been wondering about. I'm not talking about reinventing your whole self, but instead figuring out who you are and expressing that with the way that you look. That's kind of the way I see it. I like to try to express with my appearance the way I feel about myself on the inside. And that's why it doesn't matter for me if I'm going to be home alone all day or out doing things. I look the same every day because that's the way I feel about myself. And if you want to be able to help people to see how you are and how you feel about yourself, go ahead and express that with the way you look. Now, it could have something to do with your clothing, which doesn't mean just follow every trend that comes along. In fact, you might do something that's really against the trends. I like doing that sometimes. And just do something that appeals to you in the way you would look That also could have to do with if you're a guy, maybe your facial hair, guy or a girl with your haircut or something, or ladies, maybe with something with your jewelry. Try something a little different and see how you like it and see if it expresses how you feel about yourself on the inside. And if you have found yourself thinking, well, people my age are supposed to do this or not supposed to do that, there are a whole lot of stereotypes about aging, and people, they just think different things that, oh, when you get old, this is how you're supposed to be. Well, if you don't go along with that, go ahead and challenge that. I mean, for example, I have thought seriously about getting one of those electric scooters. Now, I live in Guatemala, and you don't see a whole lot of those around here, much less with people my age on them, but I'm thinking about how cool that might look, going along in that scooter with the gray hair flying in the window. Anyway, whatever it is, if there's something that's holding you back just because, oh, well, people my age don't do that, if you want to do it, go right ahead. And the last tip that I want to give you, number 7, is to laugh often and find joy every day. Now, laughter, it's said that laughter is good medicine. Now, physiologically, that's true. Laughter and humor can actually help you to heal faster from disease and chronic pain. But laughter, it's just good to lift your spirits, and it's important that you find something every day that makes you laugh. Find joy in something. There are sources all around us where we can find joy. Joy in small things. It's not just in the big things that happen, but in the small things that you can find. Look for that joy. Find friends that you can laugh with. Get together with people. Some kind of an activity. It could be playing board games. It could be going out to a restaurant and eating together and just laughing about things. But get together with people, or do it with a small group in your home, or even by yourself. Spend time mindfully thinking of things that give you joy. If it gives you joy to arrange some flowers or make something beautiful, find those things and find something that's humorous. Sometimes we even need to learn how to laugh at our own mistakes. And if we can get to that point, that will help us to be healthy and definitely add joy and life into our years. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, how we can live and thrive at any point of our life, in any stage of our life, and especially in these last decades, because I'm serious about that. I mean, I have decided this is going to be the best part of my life. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm glad that you stuck with me until the end. Leave a comment if you're thinking about something, but really, join our community by subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. You can do that right here. And stick around for the next video that's been chosen just for you, and I'll see you there.